Arcane did it, Edgerunners did it. Now the question is, can Nier also do it? But what is it? There was a time when a video game adaptation to any form could barely reach mediocre levels, but that all changed with Arcane back in 2021, and then Edgerunners carried on the torch for excellent animated adaptations in 2022, and now as the new year dawns, the time has come for Yoko Taro's Nier to step up to the plate and test its mettle, and so far things are looking pretty damn good. So then, after a year in waiting since the first announcement, the time has finally come. The Nier Automata anime is here, and having seen the aforementioned Arcane and Edgerunners, I could not skip this one. Especially since I love the game, and well, there is 2B's cooling system getting animated to consider as well. But then what is Nier, if you missed the game or just want a refresher? Long story short, a government agency that operates out of a space station on orbit called Yorha sends battle androids to Earth in order to fight machine life forms that have taken over the planet. Essentially what you can expect is really cool high-octane action full of panty shots featuring 2B, a smexy android girl wielding a giant sword fighting sort of cute robots, and sometimes even giant mega robots. All the while dodging red laser attacks while her trusty pod adds to the mayhem by firing its own energy weapons at the accursed machines. Not to mention there is even some mecha action with Gundam-style energy swords, and if the game is anything to go by, it will also feature beautiful storytelling, compelling characters, and an interesting post-apocalyptic world that has gone totally batshit insane. But for the visual appearance of the show, an important factor to mention. A lot of the animation is CG, so if you're one of those anime fans that still for no reason holds a deep-seething hatred for anything CG, this might not be for you. Then again, if you let something that petty deter you, well then I'm really sorry for you, since Nier Automata looks damn good and the CG lends that fluidity of motion like it should to the ever-changing action. One thing I would like to say though, I mentioned Arcane and Edgerunners a few times already, and there is one thing different about Nier than those two. While both of the previous video game-based animated masterpieces created a brand new story for their respective shows, Nier seems to be following the game's story at least for the time being, since the first episode was extremely reminiscent of the beginning of the game. But it is still just one episode, so many a thing can still change. Admittedly, when compared to League of Legends and Cyberpunk 2077, Nier does have the most complex story, and with its myriad endings there are many paths to follow, unless they do decide to forge a new ending for 2B and 9S, so long as the two of them steer well clear from eating any fish, that too could easily lead to something beautiful. Also, no, you don't need to have played the games to enjoy the Nier anime. But for all of your Nier fans out there, I'm sure there is one question on your minds. How is her fabled cooling apparatus? The one feature 2B is probably best known for, and definitely the part of her featuring the most polygons in the game, and trust me on this one, the times we see her plump heatsink, it really doesn't disappoint. That's right, boys and girls, she thick AF! Interestingly, even after the game has been out for years, and when we know Yoko Taro's reasoning behind 2B's mighty posterior, some people still manage to be outraged by the fanservice amidst the combat. But for me, Nier has always been about that, at least partially, and I have no complaints in regards to the matter. It does not take away from the action, and if anything, fans of the game would have been up in arms if it wasn't there. After all things said, I'd recommend you give this one a go. It is stunning action with a promise of incredible depth and, well, that ass, but don't just take my word for it. Go and have a look for yourself, and do let me know what you thought in the comments below. Are you perhaps an avid admirer of well-developed heatsinks, or does the CG just bother you too damn much? If you like this, like it, dislike it if you didn't, subscribe for more anime goodness, and check the links in the description if you want to engage with me outside of YouTube. With this, I have been Cheese, and I hope to see you next time. Ta-ta for now.